Morning. This is Kamera again. We're on day number 77, Judges 1 and 2. We left off where the children of Israel had promised that they would not abandon God. They promised they're going to be obedient to Him and follow Him. Judges start off with the children of Israel's battles, what they went through. Basically, a recap of how they claimed their territories during their battles. And what was pointed out is God had told, one of the things He told them is when you get your land, you claim your territory, get rid of the inhabitants, get rid of the children, the Canaanites. They will become a thorn. And so we noticed that they were not getting rid of those Canaanites. Some of them were just too stubborn. They weren't leaving. But we know that with God, sometimes it can be tough. You just have to be obedient and just do it. And so what they did instead, they took an alternative measure, and that was make the Canaanites slaves. Let's not do it all. I mean, we can't do it all. So what we'll do is we'll do it partial, halfway, and make them slaves. That did not turn out well for them. And so during their battles, God said, I can't be in the midst of it. You're not going to be obedient to me. I just can't do this. I can't be here. We can fully understand that we're fair. If a person is going against the whole effort, it's hard to be there. And we're not God or anything, but we're human and we have a hard time being in the midst of that foolishness. Well, what happens when we serve God partially? We expect Him to bless us while we're still doing our mess. Children of Israel start to lose battles and everything. And so fast forward, the next generation comes and they decide not to follow God, do their own thing. It's not like they weren't taught. They were taught, but they decided to do their own thing. And so how about the inhabitants and their enemies or what have you started to oppress them? They were so on top. They decided to do things their own way. Okay, God, we can take it from here. Now look at them. They're being oppressed. So God raised some leaders, judges. And the judges, at one point, they weren't listening to it. They didn't want to hear what they have to say. They got to a point where things got so bad, then they started to listen to the judge. And get this, while the judges were there, they were obedient. They did as God told them to do. But once that judge's life ended, then they would go back to doing what they were doing before. Guys, it's important that you know God for yourselves so that when your leaders aren't around or other believers aren't around, you can sustain. Okay? We got a lot of stuff going on in our head. We got influences all around us. And we need to be able to stand on our own 2 feet with the help of God directing us. Now, God will tell us, but it's up to us to do. So as we practice God's word, being obedient to Him, even doing right just because we want to please Him, to do His will, He's going to listen to us. He's going to direct us if we just be obedient. And so it's important that you get to know God for yourself. Read that word. Ask God for wisdom. Ask God for understanding. Ask God for desire to do His will. Ask God for a mind to do His will. Okay? And if you ask Him for these things, even a zeal to do His will, watch Him work. Give Him a chance to work. You might not feel like it. Just ask Him to help you feel like it. Watch Him work. Before you know it, you'll be like, oh my God, He listened to me. That's what I need to go to for my strength. That's what I need to go to for my peace. That's what I need to go to help me control my desires. He'll do it. He'll do it. So we notice the children of Israel influenced that thorn in their side. God said, I'm not going to even help you guys win any battles because I'm not going to drive anybody out again. I'm going to allow them to be, their gods to be temptations to you and everything. And we sure have enough temptations around us, guys. We really do. The only way we can overcome is if we keep our eyes on the Lord, continue to work to be obedient to Him. And as you do it, you'll find that it's not as hard. Only when we get distracted from God will we usually fall. Okay? So let's do this, guys. Ask God for wisdom and understanding in His word and a desire to please Him. And be honest. Lord, I really don't understand. I really don't know. I need you to help me because I can't do it. And guess what? You're making it personal just by talking to Him and being honest with Him on how you feel. And so He's there to help us. He loves us just that much. And if He knows that we're asking for help because we want to please Him, He's going to do it. Anything according to the way that we ask, He's going to do it for us. So there you have it, guys. Day number 77. Judges 1 and 2. We got this. You have a God-filled blessed day.